Hello, my friends. I'm Dr. James Harrison, and I'm 88 years old this year. Many of my patients often ask me, "Doctor, how are you still working at your age?" I just smile and say, "I feel as young as ever." But to tell you the truth, what keeps me going strong isn't just my daily walks. Think about it for a moment. Every morning we head outside for a walk, breathing in the fresh air, stepping steadily along familiar paths around the neighborhood. I'm sure many of you believe that keeping up this habit is enough to stay healthy, right? But let me ask you honestly, have you ever wondered if walking alone is really enough to maintain your health as the years go by? Let me share with you a story about a patient I remember very clearly. His name was George Miller, 78 years old. Folks used to call him the man of the park path because he walked every single day faithfully for 30 years without missing a day at the park near his home. He was admired by everyone around, and people believed that with such dedication, he would live a long, healthy life. But heartbreakingly, one simple fall in his bathroom changed everything. He passed away right there on my operating table. I remember his eyes so vividly when he was rushed into the emergency room. There was still a spark of confidence in them, as if he was thinking, "I walk every day. How could this happen to me?" Have you ever thought about this? The daily walking routine we trust so much. Can it really protect us from the quiet, creeping effects of aging? This is not a rare story, my friends. Statistics show that out of every 3 people over the age of 70, one has experienced a fall. And what's even more alarming is that after a fall, half of them lose their ability to walk properly. Worse still, about 1/3 will pass away within a year. These numbers should serve as a wake-up call for all of us. Now, I know some of you might be feeling uneasy hearing this. Some may even wonder, "Doctor, aren't you exaggerating a bit?" Not at all, my friends. I've been a physician for over 60 years, and I've seen far too many patients with stories just like this. That's why I want to share with you the lessons I've learned, not only from treating tens of thousands of patients, but also from my own daily life. The most important thing I want you to remember is this: walking alone is not enough. Right now, I invite you to ask yourself a simple question. How do I want to live the rest of my life? Do you want to enjoy your golden years with joy and independence, or become a burden to your children? The answer is in your hands. We'll continue this journey together in the next part, where I'll explain more clearly why walking alone isn't enough and what silent changes are happening inside our bodies that you might not even be aware of. Don't miss it. Let's keep going on this path together, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe to get more helpful health tips. My dear friends, let me ask you this. When you wake up in the morning, do you ever feel a dull ache in your back? Do you sometimes notice that you're moving a bit slower than before, or that your arms and legs feel a little weaker without any clear reason? If so, don't worry. You're not alone. But what's concerning is that many of us simply shrug it off, thinking it's just a normal part of aging. Imagine your muscles as the pillars holding up the house that is your body. Every year, starting around age 60, you lose about 1% to 2% of your muscle mass without even realizing it. It doesn't creak like a rusty door hinge, and it doesn't leave visible marks like wrinkles on your skin. No, muscle loss happens silently, day by day, as if it's quietly melting away. Frightening, isn't it? And it's not just our muscles, my friends. Our bones, as we grow older, start to resemble a loaf of bread full of tiny air pockets. From the outside, they look the same as ever, but inside, they're quietly becoming hollow in ways we can't see. These little gaps make our bones weaker, more brittle, and much more likely to break, even from just a minor fall. But wait, there's more. Our sense of balance, something we hardly pay attention to when we're young, also declines with time. When this happens, even a slightly slippery floor or a missed step can send us falling before we have a chance to react. We have to understand this clearly. While walking is good, it's like an old friend who's always by our side. It's not strong enough to protect us from these silent thieves inside our bodies. Walking helps maintain basic movement and is great for heart health, but it simply can't stop the loss of muscle, the weakening of our bones, or the decline of our balance. This is the moment I want you to remember something very important. It's never too late to start taking proper care of your body. If you've ever thought to yourself, "I'm too old to change now," please, my friends, let go of that thought. I have seen so many of my patients, even well into their 90s, experience remarkable recoveries simply by sticking to some simple exercises I'll be sharing with you shortly. Next, I'm going to reveal to you 4 magical exercises that I call the golden treasures of aging. These exercises can reduce your risk of falling by up to 38%, increase your ability to care for yourself by 42%, and even boost your memory by as much as 27%. And these numbers, my friends, are not something I made up. They come from serious scientific studies I've read, and more importantly, they reflect what I witness every day in my practice. So, my dear friends, don't let these silent thieves in your body steal away your freedom. Keep your spirits high and get ready, because in the next part, we're going to dive into something very practical: how to start exercising the right way, beginning today. Throughout my career as a doctor, I've tested many different methods with my older patients. And finally, I've found 4 simple, effective exercises that you can easily do at home without any complicated equipment. Just a little bit of daily persistence, and you'll start to notice real changes in your body. Let's begin with the first one. Exercise number 1. Balance. Steady your feet, steady your life. Did you know that good balance is the secret to avoiding those unfortunate falls? Many of my patients, after a fall, have said to me in shock, "Doctor, I fell so fast, I couldn't react at all." The truth is, our sense of balance weakens little by little every day without us noticing. Let's try this right now. Stand next to a sturdy chair or wall for support. Gently lift one foot off the ground and try to hold it for about 10 seconds. If you're just starting out, even holding for 5 seconds is great. As you get used to it, you can increase to 15 seconds, then 20. Imagine this exercise as teaching your body to balance like a boat, anchored firmly in the waves. There's another excellent way to practice balance. Stretch your arms out to your sides and slowly turn in a full circle right where you're standing. If you start to feel dizzy, stop immediately and sit down to rest. This exercise stimulates the balance system in your inner ear and helps reduce dizziness when you change positions suddenly. Remember, my friends, spending just a few minutes each day on this exercise is like buckling your seatbelt. It keeps you safe from those unexpected falls that come with age. And let me remind you of one thing. Start today. As soon as you finish reading this part, you can stand up and try it right away. Don't wait until tomorrow. Your health won't wait for you. Now, let's move on to the next exercise, which is incredibly important for building a strong, sturdy frame and giving you even more confidence on your feet. Exercise number 2. Muscle strength. Building the pillars of your body. As I've shared with you, our muscles are like the pillars that support the house of our body. If the pillars are weak, the house is at risk of collapse. So strengthening your muscles is essential to keeping your body strong and healthy for the long run. All you need is a sturdy chair. Sit down, then slowly stand back up, and repeat this about 10 times. If that feels difficult, no problem at all. Start with 3 or 5 times and gradually work your way up. This exercise is fantastic for strengthening your thighs and glutes, 2 major muscle groups that help you stand firm, walk steadily, and sit down and stand up with ease. You can also use a 16-ounce water bottle, about 500 milliliters, to strengthen your arms. It's simple. Hold the bottle in your hand and bend and straighten your arm up and down about 10 times on each side. As you get more comfortable, you can gradually increase the weight. This exercise will give you stronger arms, so you won't have to worry when you're picking up your grandkids or carrying heavy bags anymore. Another great exercise for keeping your legs strong and steady is heel raises. Stand while holding on to a chair or a wall. Slowly lift your heels as high as you can, then gently lower them back down. Do this about 10 times. This exercise helps to strengthen your calf muscles and reduces your risk of slipping when you walk. Now, my dear friends, have you ever woken up in the morning feeling stiff as a board? Your arms and legs feel heavy, your neck is tight, and even turning your body feels uncomfortable? If so, you're not alone. As we get older, the joints in our bodies become like door hinges that haven't been oiled in years. They gradually stiffen and start creaking with every movement. But here's the good news. We can oil those hinges again with some simple flexibility exercises that I'm about to show you. Exercise number 3. Flexibility. Stay supple. Stay joyful. First, sit comfortably on a chair. Slowly turn your head to the left, then to the right. If you feel some stiffness, don't push yourself too hard. Move gently and slowly. Picture your neck like the boom of a crane, moving carefully to avoid toppling over precious cargo in the warehouse. Next, try rolling your shoulders forward a few times, then roll them backward. It might feel a little stiff at first, but keep at it consistently, and you'll feel a remarkable difference in just a few days. You can also extend one leg out in front of you and gently lean forward, reaching toward your toes. Don't force it too much. Just a gentle stretch is enough. This will help loosen up your lower back and the backs of your legs, easing back pain and improving your posture. And here's another tip. While watching TV or talking on the phone, take a few moments to rotate your ankles or bend and straighten your knees a few times. Just a few minutes a day will keep your joints lubricated and moving more smoothly. See? These flexibility exercises are so easy that anyone can do them. The important thing is, make it part of your daily routine. Don't let your precious joints rust with time. Now let's move on to the final exercise in my set of 4 golden exercises. This one will keep your heart strong and your whole body full of energy. Exercise 4. Aerobics, the enduring engine for your golden years. Have you ever heard the saying, "A healthy heart means a healthy body"? The heart is the engine that keeps our body running. If the engine is weak, the whole vehicle of life will struggle along, prone to breakdowns. That's why maintaining heart health is absolutely essential, especially as we enter our 60s, 70s, and beyond. The simplest and most familiar aerobic exercise is brisk walking. But remember, my friends, don't just take a leisurely stroll like you normally would. Swing your arms a little more. Pick up your pace just a bit so that your heart beats a little faster than usual and you start to breathe a bit more heavily. That's perfect. If going outside is tricky because of the weather, don't worry. You can walk indoors. Even walking in place works just fine. What matters most is keeping up the rhythm and raising your heart rate a little. And if you happen to have a public pool nearby, try swimming or even just walking in the water. Water takes the strain off your joints and gives your whole body a great workout. Aim for 2 to 3 times a week if you can. Or if you have a stationary bike at home, that's fantastic. Spend 10 minutes pedaling while you watch TV or listen to your favorite music, and you'll feel your energy growing day by day. The best part is, you don't need to exercise for 30 minutes straight from the beginning. Break it up into 3 sessions a day, about 10 minutes each, and you'll still see great results. The key is consistency. Keep at it every single day. Remember, aerobic exercise is like liquid gold for your health. It boosts circulation, lowers your risk of stroke, keeps your spirits high, and even sharpens your memory. So, my dear friends, start today. Don't put it off any longer, because our hearts need daily care. We can't wait until problems arise to start paying attention. Please keep this in mind. Exercise is just like medicine. When done right, it heals. When done wrong, it can cause harm. I remember one of my patients, Mr. Charles Thompson, who was 79 years old. He was very enthusiastic and followed a TV exercise program, but because he jumped in too quickly, he ended up with a severe back injury and had to be hospitalized. He told me, full of regret, "If only I had known how to exercise properly from the start." That's why today, I want to help you avoid that mistake. Rule number 1. Start slowly and build up gradually. Think of it like easing yourself into a warm bath. Don't rush. Increase your activity bit by bit each day, and your body will gradually adjust. If you feel unusual pain, stop immediately. A slight stretch or mild discomfort is normal, but sharp pain is a warning sign. For balance exercises, always hold firmly onto a chair or the wall. Make sure you're on a flat surface or a non-slip mat. Avoid exercising right after meals to prevent dizziness. For muscle strengthening exercises, make sure your knees don't go past your toes when you sit down and stand up. Use a sturdy chair. When you're working your arms with the water bottle, start with a light bottle. And remember to breathe steadily. Don't hold your breath. For flexibility exercises, warm up your body a little beforehand to prevent muscle strain. Stretch gently, and never force your body too much. For aerobic exercises, choose a flat surface. Wear soft, comfortable shoes, and if you're cycling, always wear a helmet. Break up your workout into smaller chunks. 5 to 10 minutes at a time is still very beneficial. And one more thing, make sure to drink enough water. Older adults are more prone to dehydration without even realizing it. And if you're taking medication for any chronic conditions, remember to check with your doctor before you start exercising. In short, just keep one thing in mind. Safety comes first. Exercise done right will keep you healthy for the long run, but if done wrong, it can do more harm than good. Now, I imagine some of you might be quietly thinking to yourselves, "These exercises sound great, but do they really work? At my age, is it too late to make a difference?" I completely understand how you feel. Honestly, many of my patients had the same doubts at first. But, my friends, I want to share a few stories with you to show that it's truly never too late to start. Let me begin with the story of Mrs. Mary Johnson, who is now 87 years old. 3 years ago, she fell and broke her hip, requiring surgery. After the operation, she felt almost hopeless, having to rely on a cane just to get around. She once cried to me, saying, "Doctor, I'm afraid I'll spend the rest of my life with this cane." But then, she started doing the exercises I had recommended. In the beginning, it was just a few seconds of standing on one leg next to a chair. Later, she moved on to sitting down and standing up with help from her family. Day by day, she kept at it, never giving up. And after 6 months, would you believe it? She was walking around her neighborhood without her cane. When she called to tell me the news, her voice overflowed with joy. "Doctor, I did it. And Mrs. Mary isn't the only one. I'll always remember Mr. Robert Davis, 76 years old. Before he started exercising, he was so weak that he couldn't even lift his little grandchild. He once told me with great sadness, 'It breaks my heart to see my grandchild and not be able to hold him.' But then he made up his mind to get stronger. Day by day, he practiced lifting water bottles, standing up and sitting down from his chair. After a year, not only could he carry his grandchild, he was playing with him at the playground, pushing the swing, and even building sandcastles together. He told me, 'Now I'm not just living, I'm living joyfully.' These were ordinary people, just like you and me. But with persistence and determination, they rewrote their own stories of aging. And I truly believe you can do it too. It doesn't matter how old you are or what your current health looks like. What matters is whether you choose to start. So start today, my friends. Don't wait until your body no longer listens to you. Just a little effort each day, and you'll see amazing changes. And when that day comes, you'll proudly say, 'I did it.' So how can we keep this good habit going? First, try to exercise at the same time every day. You could choose to exercise in the morning after you wake up, while watching the news, or in the afternoon before dinner. Doing it at the same time each day will help your body remember it as a natural habit, just like taking your medicine on schedule. Second, mark each exercise day on your calendar. Every time you check off another day, you'll see a growing chain of success that keeps you motivated to continue. Third, find an exercise buddy. Working out with your spouse, a friend, or a neighbor not only makes it more fun, but also helps keep you accountable. When you have someone to exercise with, those lazy days become a lot fewer. Fourth, don't push too hard. Remember, my friends, don't aim too high right from the start. Even just 5 minutes a day is a great beginning. As your body adjusts, you'll naturally find yourself wanting to do more. And finally, don't forget to reward yourself. After a week of regular exercise, treat yourself to a delicious meal, or do something you truly enjoy. It's a well-deserved reward for your dedication and persistence. I, an 88-year-old doctor, still make it a point to exercise every morning. Thanks to that, I can stand for hours in my clinic and play happily with my great-grandchildren. You can do the same, my friends, maybe even better. So, let me ask you, how do you want to spend the rest of your life? Do you want to live independently, feeling joyful and healthy, or depend on your children and grandchildren for everything? The answer lies in the choices you make today. Stand up right now, my friends. Just 5 minutes, just one small exercise. Whether it's balance training or muscle strengthening, it doesn't matter. The moment you start is the moment a new chapter in your life begins. And don't forget, if you found this article helpful, click like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of my upcoming health tips.